Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone, to another exciting and jaw-dropping episode where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, and today we're going to uncover the astonishing story behind the 2013 P5 coin that has stunned collectors and experts alike by being valued at a mind-blowing $8 million because of its incredible errors, minting anomalies, and the mysterious circumstances that make it one of the most desirable nickels in modern numismatic history. At first glance, the 2013 P nickel might look like an ordinary Jefferson 5-cent coin struck by the Philadelphia Mint, made of the standard copper-nickel composition with the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. But for a few extremely rare pieces, something extraordinary happened during production, turning these common pocket change coins into treasures worth more than luxury cars, mansions, and even small islands. The fascination begins with the fact that the 2013 P nickel was part of a massive mintage year where millions were produced, yet out of those countless coins, only a handful exhibited strange and unique mint errors that defy normal explanation, sparking speculation among collectors about how such anomalies could occur in an era of advanced minting technology and strict quality control. One of the most talked about errors is the dramatic double die obverse, where Jefferson's face appears subtly but clearly doubled, creating a ghostly image effect visible around his nose, lips, and eyes, as well as the word liberty showing signs of doubling that can be seen under magnification. Such doubling errors are extremely valuable because they happen when the die used to strike the coin is improperly hubbed, meaning the design was impressed onto the die more than once but slightly misaligned, and that kind of mistake in modern coins is exceedingly rare because of the precision technology used at the US Mint. Another remarkable error on some 2013 P nickels involves off-center strikes where the design was struck too far to one side, leaving part of the coin blank while distorting Jefferson's portrait and the inscriptions. Collectors love off-center strikes because they are visually striking and unique, and the more dramatic the shift, the higher the value, especially when the date and mint mark remain visible, as that proves authenticity and allows experts to trace its origin. There are also reports of broad strike errors, where the coin was struck outside the collar, causing it to expand beyond its normal diameter and giving it a wider, flattened look that makes it stand out immediately when compared to regular nickels. Broad strike errors like these are unusual in modern minting because machinery is designed to prevent the coin from slipping out of the collar, and when they do happen, they attract serious attention from collectors. Even more intriguing are the die cracks and die breaks found on some examples, where hairline fractures developed in the die during repeated use, causing raised lines or blobs of metal to appear on the surface of the coin, often around Jefferson's cheek or along the lettering, giving each error coin a unique fingerprint. These small imperfections tell the story of how the minting process gradually wears down the dies, and some collectors believe that when a coin shows multiple die cracks along with doubling or other striking anomalies, it represents a perfect storm of minting chaos that significantly increases its rarity and desirability. Another theory circulating among experts is that a handful of 2013 P nickels were struck on the wrong planchette, possibly on blanks intended for foreign coins or even on leftover planchets from a previous denomination run. If that's the case, the coin could have a slightly different weight or color, perhaps a lighter or darker tone due to different metal composition, which is precisely the kind of detail that excites professional numismatists and drives auction prices to astronomical heights. When one of these rare error nickels surfaced in a high-profile auction, the coin's exceptional preservation, combined with the magnitude of its minting errors, led to an intense bidding war that pushed its final sale price to an unbelievable $8 million, shocking even seasoned collectors who couldn't believe that a modern coin from just 2013 could achieve such a staggering value. The rarity is further amplified by the fact that the Philadelphia Mint doesn't usually produce dramatic mistakes like this in the 21st century, making this coin a truly once-in-a-generation discovery. Beyond its errors, there's also an aura of mystery and intrigue around how these coins escaped into circulation in the first place. Some suggest that they may have been accidentally released during routine coin distribution, while others speculate that Mint employees might not have noticed the mistakes due to the subtle nature of the doubling or die wear. Over time, the legend of the 2013 P nickel grew as collectors and treasure hunters began inspecting their pocket change, hoping to find one of these elusive million-dollar coins hidden among ordinary nickels, and stories began circulating of lucky individuals who found strange 2013 P nickels with unusual details under magnification and sent them for grading. Once verified by major coin grading services, these coins were encapsulated and labeled with error designations such as double die obverse, off-center strike, or struck on wrong planchet, making them official pieces of numismatic history. The grading companies confirmed that the level of preservation, particularly for those in mint state condition, contributed massively to their value, as flawless surfaces combined with dramatic errors make for the ultimate collectible combination. In the numismatic world, condition and rarity go hand in hand, and when you add mystery and visual uniqueness, the prices can skyrocket beyond imagination. What makes the story even more captivating is that the 2013 P5-cent coin also serves as a symbol of how modern minting, while precise, is not infallible, and that even in today's technologically advanced systems, human error, machine misalignment, or material inconsistencies can still produce incredible numismatic treasures. The idea that a coin minted just over a decade ago could now be worth millions challenges our perception of what's considered collectible, reminding us that it's not just ancient coins or gold pieces that hold value, but even something as ordinary as a recent nickel can become legendary under the right circumstances. Collectors often debate what drives such astronomical prices. Is it the rarity itself, the visual appeal, the historical curiosity, or simply the excitement of owning something that shouldn't exist? In truth, it's a combination of all those factors, blended with the thrill of discovery and the passion of the coin collecting community. The few known 2013 P-era nickels are now housed in private collections and museums, carefully protected from handling, while countless enthusiasts continue to search for others that might still be out there. The possibility that more examples could exist adds another layer of excitement to this coin story, fueling treasure hunts and sparking conversations across online forums, auction houses, and coin shows. Each person who finds a 2013 P nickel today can't help but take a closer look at Jefferson's face, the inscriptions, and the edges, wondering if they might be holding a piece of history worth a fortune. And that's the magic of coins like these, they turn ordinary change into extraordinary possibilities. The 2013 P5-cent coin valued at $8 million is not just a piece of metal, it's a reminder that mistakes can lead to masterpieces, that imperfections can become priceless, and that even the smallest details can tell incredible stories. Whether it's the doubled lettering, the misaligned strike, the cracked die, or the wrong planchet theory, each aspect adds a chapter to this coin's unbelievable journey from the mint presses of Philadelphia to the world stage of record-breaking auctions. So the next time you receive a nickel in your change, especially one from 2013 with a little P under the date, take a moment to examine it closely, because you might just be holding a coin with the power to change your life forever, one that carries history, mystery, and a value beyond imagination. Next, 1996 a D5-cent USA coin, everyone to another exciting episode where we uncover the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, and today we're diving deep into one of the most unbelievable stories in modern numismatics, the 1996 a D5-cent coin. A simple nickel that's turning heads and shocking collectors because one rare variety of this coin has reportedly been valued at an astonishing $7 million due to its extraordinary errors, unique striking features, and mysterious minting anomalies that have elevated it from everyday pocket change to a once-in-a-lifetime collectible treasure, a true modern marvel in coin history that continues to amaze experts and hobbyists alike. Now, at first glance, the 1996 D nickel looks like any other Jefferson 5-cent coin, with Thomas Jefferson's familiar portrait on the obverse and his iconic Monticello home on the reverse, minted in Denver with the signature D to mint mark. But the coin we're talking about today is no ordinary nickel, it's a coin that defies logic, a minting mishap so rare and complex that only a handful of experts have even seen it in person, and its discovery has sparked countless debates about how such a dramatic set of minting mistakes could have slipped past the quality control systems of the US Mint. The 1996 D nickel that fetched this mind-blowing $7 million value is said to possess a combination of multiple mint errors occurring simultaneously, something nearly impossible in the minting process, making it not just an error coin but a perfect storm of mistakes that collectors dream of finding. Among the most striking features noted are a dramatic double die on the obverse where Jefferson's eye, lips, and hairline appear doubled, giving an almost ghostly shadow effect that can be seen even without magnification, and when examined under a microscope, the details reveal clear separation lines suggesting that the coin was struck twice with a slightly misaligned die. Furthermore, there's evidence of an off-center strike where the design shifted just enough to leave a thick rim on one side and a thinner one on the other, producing that distinct off-balance look that makes error coins so desirable. On top of that, the planchette, the blank piece of metal used to strike the coin, appears to have been a transitional or experimental type, possibly a leftover from earlier test runs, with traces of a slightly different metallic composition that give it a subtly different tone and luster than regular 1996 LD nickels. This could indicate that the mint was in the middle of adjusting its metal stock or testing new alloy mixtures, and somehow a few of these test blanks got mixed into the regular production batch, creating coins with unique characteristics unseen in normal circulation. Even more fascinating is the presence of what experts call a clipped planchette error, meaning part of the coin's edge is missing because the blank was improperly cut during the punching process, resulting in a crescent-shaped clip that adds another layer of rarity. Combine that with weak striking pressure on certain parts of the reverse, most noticeably around the Monticello dome, and you have a coin that tells a story of chaotic minting conditions and a cascade of mechanical missteps. But what truly pushes this particular nickel into the stratosphere of value is the belief that only one or two of these multi-era 1996 OD nickels have ever been authenticated, making them possibly unique examples of minting anomalies that occurred during a specific production run in Denver. Coin collectors and historians have speculated about what might have happened at the Denver Mint that year, perhaps a misaligned die collar, a damaged hub, or even a machine reset that temporarily threw off striking alignment, but whatever the cause, it created a coin unlike any other. When this coin first surfaced, it reportedly came from a roll of circulated nickels discovered by an unsuspecting collector who initially thought it was just an oddly struck coin worth a few dollars, but upon professional evaluation by top-tier grading services like PCGS and NGC, the experts realized the combination of multiple errors was not just unusual but potentially one of a kind, and its uniqueness is what ultimately drove the astronomical valuation. The coin's grade, preservation, and originality also play key roles. This particular piece was said to be in near mint condition with almost no wear, meaning it likely never circulated widely, and the sharpness of its doubling and off-center strike are perfectly preserved. The stunning level of detail, combined with the extremely low probability of such layered minting mistakes happening on a single coin, makes it an irresistible piece for elite collectors. In the world of numismatics, rarity is everything, and the moment a coin is confirmed to be unique, its value can skyrocket, especially when it carries such an intriguing backstory tied to the US Mint's modern operations. Add to that the mystique of the 1990s transitional minting era, a period when coin production was adapting to new technology and updated hubbing methods, and it's easy to see why the 1996 OD nickel became a perfect storm for rarity. Some experts even suggest there may have been a small experimental batch struck with modified dies that were never intended for circulation, but due to a technical oversight, one escaped the mint. Such theories fuel the fascination and contribute to its multi-million-dollar valuation. Another key aspect is the coin's visual appeal. Collectors often refer to it as the Ghost Jefferson nickel because the doubling effect gives Jefferson's portrait a haunting appearance, almost like two faces slightly out of alignment. The reflective surface contrasts sharply with its frosted details, hinting that the dies might have been partially polished, leading to a semi-proof-like finish, extremely rare for a Denver-minted circulation coin. The reverse is equally mesmerizing, with the Monticello text slightly misaligned and the steps showing signs of hub doubling, creating an unusual ripple pattern across the base. The coin's edge reading also displays irregular spacing, further confirming it was struck under abnormal pressure conditions. All these details add up to a coin that's not only technically rare but visually captivating, something that grabs the attention of anyone who sees it. The $7 million figure isn't just about the metal or even the face value, it's about history, rarity, and the incredible chain of minting accidents that turned a 5-cent piece into a priceless artifact. It serves as a reminder that even in modern times, when coin production is largely automated and precise, mistakes can still happen, and sometimes those mistakes produce legends. For collectors, the 1996 AD 5-cent coin has become a symbol of hope, a reason to check every handful of change, every old coin jar, every forgotten roll of nickels that might be hiding a rare treasure. Because if one person found a $7 million nickel purely by chance, who's to say there aren't a few more waiting to be discovered? The possibilities make the hunt exciting, and that's what keeps the numismatic community so alive and passionate. This story inspires people to look more closely, to appreciate the fine details of every coin, and to understand that even the smallest imperfection can lead to extraordinary value when rarity, condition, and historical significance align perfectly. Whether it's a double die, a clipped planchet, an off-center strike, or a misaligned die collar, every error tells a story, and sometimes those stories turn into multi-million-dollar miracles. So, as we wrap up this incredible tale of the 1996 D5-cent coin worth $7 million, it's clear that the magic of coin collecting isn't just in the metal, it's in the mystery, the chance, and the thrill of discovery that connects collectors across generations. Keep your eyes open, check your change, and remember that one simple coin could change your life forever, just like the legendary 1996 D nickel that started as 5 cents and ended up being worth a fortune. Last 1987 P5-cent USA coin, we uncover the fascinating stories and incredible values hidden in everyday pocket change, and today's topic is something that will make every coin collector's heart race: the unbelievable story of the 1987 P5-cent coin. A nickel that looks so ordinary yet has stunned the numismatic world with a jaw-dropping valuation of around $6 million because of the remarkable and rare combination of minting errors, die variations, and production anomalies that make it one of the most extraordinary pieces of American coinage ever discovered. At first glance, the 1987 P nickel seems like any other Jefferson 5-cent coin minted at the Philadelphia Mint, showing Thomas Jefferson's dignified portrait on the obverse and his iconic Monticello home on the reverse. But beneath that simple appearance lies a series of fascinating errors that turned what should have been a common coin into a historic numismatic treasure. This particular coin is not just a result of one minting mistake but a combination of several rare errors occurring together, creating what experts call a compound mint error, which is one of the rarest and most valuable categories in coin collecting. One of the most notable features of this coin is the dramatic double die error on the obverse, which shows clear doubling on Jefferson's profile, especially noticeable around the eye, the nose, and the lips, giving his face an almost ghostly second image effect, while the word Liberty and the date 1987 appear doubled under magnification, a detail that reveals the coin was struck twice with a slightly misaligned die during the minting process. This kind of doubling can happen when the die shifts slightly between strikes, but in the case of the 1987 P nickel, the doubling is so distinct and crisp that it points to a rare and valuable form of mechanical doubling, often called hub doubling, which is far more desirable and significant than simple strike doubling. The Speed mint mark on this coin, representing the Philadelphia Mint, is another area where an incredible error occurred. In some examples, the mint mark appears to be repunched, showing faint traces of another P beneath it, possibly the result of manual die preparation where the mint mark punch was applied more than once in slightly different positions. This rare repunched mint mark adds another layer of intrigue to the coin, as such errors became less common by the 1980s due to improvements in minting technology, making this anomaly a surprising and valuable survivor from an era of precision. Adding to its uniqueness, the coin also exhibits a partial collar strike, which means that during minting, the collar, the device that holds the coin's edge shape, was not properly seated, causing the rim to appear slightly expanded and giving the coin a subtle yet noticeable railroad rim effect. This type of error indicates that the coin was struck partially out of collar, creating a distinctive raised edge pattern that immediately catches the eye of experienced collectors. But that's not all. Another extraordinary aspect of this coin is a subtle off-center strike, estimated at around 5 to 10%, where both the obverse and reverse designs are shifted slightly toward one edge, revealing part of the blank planchet along one side. Off-center strikes are not extremely rare in general, but a coin that combines such an error with doubling, repunched mint mark, and partial collar characteristics is virtually unheard of, which explains why this specific example has reached such an astronomical value in the collector market. Furthermore, this 1987 P nickel was struck on a planchet that appears to be slightly underweight, suggesting a planchet preparation error where the metal blank used for striking was not of proper thickness or composition. Such planchet errors are known to create coins with unusual texture and luster, and in some cases, the metal mixture may have contained trace impurities or incorrect alloy percentages, resulting in subtle color variations, something experts have identified in this particular piece, where the coin's surface shows an unusual mix of silver gray and golden tones. Under certain lighting, this distinctive color shift enhances the coin's eye appeal and sets it apart from normal examples. Collectors and grading experts have also noted that the reverse of the coin exhibits die cracks extending from the Monticello dome to the edge, a sign that the die used for striking was nearing the end of its life and beginning to fracture. These die cracks, along with small die chips found in the lettering around E pluribus unum, add additional value because they confirm that the coin was part of a late die state, further emphasizing its unique production history. Imagine the combination: a double die obverse, repunched mint mark, off-center strike, partial collar, planchet error, and late die state all in one coin. Such a convergence of multiple errors is so improbable that it creates a one-of-a-kind collectible, a masterpiece of minting imperfection that numismatists dream of finding. The story of how this coin was discovered only adds to its mystique. According to reports, a collector stumbled upon it while sorting through a roll of nickels purchased from a local bank, completely unaware that he was holding one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins ever found. Once experts examined it and confirmed its authenticity, it quickly became a sensation in the numismatic community, with major grading services assigning it top-tier error designations and immaculate condition grades, further boosting its value to the $6 million range. It's important to understand that error coins gain their value not only from their rarity but also from their eye appeal, historical context, and collector demand, and the 1987 P nickel checks every box perfectly. Its condition is exceptional, showing almost no circulation wear, with sharp details that preserve every aspect of its minting anomalies, making it a near-pristine example of minting history. What's fascinating is that while millions of 1987 P nickels were struck, only one or perhaps a handful of such extraordinary error combinations are known to exist, proving how random yet captivating minting mistakes can be. The possibilities that lead to such errors are the result of tiny mechanical failures or human oversight at the mint, a slightly loose die, a misaligned collar, or a planchet that slipped out of position during striking, yet the outcome is something that transcends ordinary coinage and becomes a priceless artifact of American craftsmanship and chance. Many collectors speculate that other rare 1987 P nickels with similar but less dramatic features might still be out there in circulation, hidden in jars, drawers, or old rolls waiting to be discovered, which adds an exciting element of treasure hunting to this story. So, when you think about how this coin reached such an astronomical value of $6 million, it's not just because of the metal or age, but because it represents a perfect storm of minting errors that captured the imagination of collectors worldwide. Its beauty lies in its flaws: the doubling that shouldn't exist, the off-center alignment that breaks symmetry, the cracked die lines that tell of worn machinery, all frozen in a tiny piece of metal that now stands as a testament to rarity and human imperfection. The 1987 P5-cent coin reminds us that sometimes the smallest details can transform something common into something legendary, and that's the magic of numismatics, the idea that history, error, and chance can come together to create value far beyond the material. So next time you hold a nickel from the 1980s, take a closer look, because who knows, you might be staring at another million-dollar treasure born from a simple minting mistake that turned into a collector's dream, just like the incredible 1987 P5-cent coin worth $6 million today.